Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Welcome back into the Braylon Edwards Show featuring Shep. We are live. I'm your host, Braylon Edwards. Excited to be here on this beautiful Tuesday where the sun is shining. And I'm also excited because, once again, the gang's all here. To my left is the man, the myth, the icon. Let's switch it up, man.
Dude,
what's the word? Icon?
I love the
icon.
Yeah, not an icon at all, but I appreciate
you're
this.
Shep.
Detroit media,
I appreciate
100%.
the I love that hooded sweatshirt. Can I have it?
You can.
Okay,
You
thanks.
can.
I'm not afraid to ask.
Might be a little droopy, but we can make it work. We can make it work. This is one of my favorite little pickups, man. Shout out to my guy, John Yu over at Pro Sports Zone. Always shows love. He showed love to the
Nice.
network for sure. So this
Thanks,
isn't
John.
free advertising.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we got some giveaways that we'll get to later. Some Pistons tickets for our good listeners. But I
Shout
love
out.
It fits tight, fits good.
Pistons
You
won
got the-
again.
That's
Pretty
pretty
sweet.
Hey.
NFL
I love it.
flag
man.
on
Fish.
the
It looks
line,
really
guys.
sharp. Really
Detroit
sharp.
Lions, you know what I'm saying? Established 1934. Port here.
See,
Fort
that
Smith.
one's tough, man.
I'll tell you, man, I love the logo. I used to hate the Lions logo, the old, bubble lions in the bubble and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, the one that was
The 60s logo.
Yeah, the 60s logo, and then Barry wore it, unfortunately.
Larry
like
the
that
Leaping Lion,
I
according
like
to
that this
Matt.
looks like it has a mane. It has, the fangs up front. I mean, that looks like a lion, where the other one did not look quite as
You know what the word you're looking for is? Because you're absolutely correct. It's ferocious.
ferocious.
Like, that's the word. Like, a lion is ferocious.
I like that.
Like, ridiculous. No matter how old you are, from the time you know what a lion is to the time you leave this place, lions are viewed a certain way. You want it to look like that. You want it to be big fangs, ferocious, ferocity.
Do you ever get caught up in some of those videos where suddenly you're just on YouTube, and we're on YouTube too, thankfully, where you just type in
Animal Planet?
lions, hyenas, and you just want to see the lion. Am I the only one who does that?
No.
Tigers.
Well, not type in, but I watch the shows.
Oh,
like I went
I
to
do too, but
Yeah.
I've got to. I'll get caught in
like
that.
animal fights in the wild.
Yeah, animal fights.
I
in the
love
wild.
that stuff.
I will. If I see somewhere on social media somebody takes me back and says, "Here's 3 minutes of Barry Sanders' best stuff," I can't stop. Right?
Facts.
It's the same
It's like
thing.
that.
If I'm on YouTube and I'm typing in the Braylon Edwards Show, and then somehow I see a lion attacking a hyena, let me check that out real quick, and then I'll get back to the Braylon Show.
Sometimes I'm even like, yo, man, lion look a little bit like Barry.
Yeah, there you go.
He said somehow. It is not somehow. Shep types into the search engine, lion getting after this cheetah.
Look at this.
Enter.
It is on my computer. You can check it out right there. He who greets with fire, and here's the lion attacking a hyena.
That's like that infamous episode of Family Guy. Damn, nature, you scary. Shout out to the people, man. How you feeling, though, Shep?
I'm feeling great, man. How about you?
I feel great, man. I told you about the whole psych deal. You know what I'm saying? That yesterday. So today was my first actual appointment with my therapist, man. Head and hair, I guess. It's attached to my head. Head feels clear.
Good.
It feels real good, man. Good to come here after having a meeting like that. I urge you. We just don't read these things for nothing. If you feel like you need to see somebody, see somebody. Yeah.
I will say this. I saw a quote earlier today where it's talking about life is no longer about proving anything to the world. It's about making peace with yourself. And it continued.
that's
And I thought it was
facts.
really good. The years of chasing and building and correcting, that's already shaped you as you reach a certain age. What that age is, I'm not always sure. But now's the time to every once in a while slow down internally. Even if life is moving around you at this stage, you got to begin to release a little bit. And it's okay to say, you know what? I'm going to use some time for myself. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. That's the way it is. The age where wisdom should replace the noise. Get to that place.
The big thing for me is, look, man, like you said, the years have been lived already. The base has been formed. I think a lot of times people get caught up in saying, I want to be a better person. I want to do this. I want to do that. Well, when you check what they're doing, it's actually not doing the things to become a better person. It's not taking the necessary steps. When you look at what they're doing, it's like, well, what you're saying, the actions aren't matching that. So you're telling me you want to be this, but the actions aren't matching it. This is the year for the actions to match the words.
Yeah, I hope people out there try to enjoy yourself. It may not happen every single day. It's part of the reason, this is not work. To me, this is fun. I get to hang out with 3 people I enjoy, 3 people who are friends, and we just shoot the proverbial you-know-what. And the only thing that would make that better would be, every once in a while, a beer right here. Hey,
Sam Adams, Cherry Week.
Hey, you guys said it.
I wish I would have had a beer last night when I went to see this movie. Ladies and gentlemen,
listen.
Don't go see Project Hail Mary. Right? Don't go see Project Hail Mary. Like, it was a Hail Mary when they wrote it. Like, what were they doing?
Hey, you know what? Cam is writing down that movie right now,
I'm so pissed.
Next movie Monday, Movie Line Monday, Cam's going to use that movie.
I'm not going
to
to describe the movie. I'm not going to ruin it because of the critic scores, the metric scores, the Rotten Tomato scores. A lot of people are going to go see it.
Do you follow that? Do you follow the Rotten Tomato stuff?
No,
Do you believe in that stuff?
No.
Neither do I.
Once Rotten Tomatoes got mainstream, like once the superhero movies took over, like you legitimately, Rotten Tomatoes are where you go to get an honest score.
Yeah.
Like it was tough to get a good score on Rotten Tomatoes. In fact, the only things that really got good scores back in the day were like indie picks, things like that. It was like, okay, you got to go see this movie that's in Spanish and subtitles, blah blah blah. Insert Marvel, insert the Boom. Now they're paying. Insert The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's paying for credit scores. So no, I do not believe in those scores anymore. But I went to see this movie. I thought it was going to be one thing. I recommended it to, my parents, recommended it to the lady. You would go check it out. And I'm halfway through the movie. I'm apologizing.
Yeah,
like, Mom, Dad, I'm sorry you're asleep. Well, at least Mom wasn't asleep. Dad was. And, I thought there was going to be a love story in this, Brit. I thought it was going to be a little bit more. I thought it was. So I won't ruin the movie. Let's just say it completely goes. I thought it was going to be.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was going to be a genius that got tasked with an impossible mission to go save the world with a whole crew of individuals, and it was going to be great. It's like what happens when you go in space, and what can go wrong, and how you readapt, and how they can lie to you. And
Listen,
you can fix all this stuff in
that-
space. It wasn't that,
Dude, there's a lot of
It
pressure.
wasn't Interstellar.
There is a lot of pressure on you.
Sheesh.
If you recommend a movie,
Yep.
especially you, because you see a lot of movies. I mean,
This is true.
you ace the movie line Monday. If somebody goes and sees a movie and they don't like it after you've recommended it, that's a big hit. That's a big matzo ball out there, in the words of Seinfeld.
If I told you, if this was my description, hey man, you're gonna go see this movie. It's gonna be about a guy falling in love with a rock in space for 2 hours. A talking rock, by the way.
Terrible.
It might be a little difficult for me as soon as you said a guy's going to fall in love. I'm a more action.
There's no love in it. But you got to sell that when you're talking to the lady. Hey, look.
You're right.
It's
You're
a
right.
little love aspect in there. You got to bring them along. But
I would say, I bet you
2.5
Brittany
hours
said it's okay. I understand. She's a very understandable lady.
no, it more so went like this. That's okay. You do realize the next 3 picks are on me. you do realize the next 3 picks are on me. So
I get
Project Hail Mary, it didn't end up like Jaden Daniels over the Chicago Bears 2 years ago.
Okay. Nor did it like Roger Staubach to Drew Pearson.
Ooh, good call. No, it did not.
Nothing like that. I think
Not
that
at
was
all.
1975, something like that, against the Vikings.
I'm not thumbings up this movie. If you go see it, it is at your own peril.
All right. Oh, at your own peril. I get that. That's
I should have stayed at home because clearly the Pistons game live
Woo, baby.
was much better than Project Hail Mary for 2.5 hours.
I'm gonna. This is hyperbolic. We
Sheesh.
should have a huge hyperbolic chamber right back here.
Oh, I like that.
As I say this. All right. This is the hyperbolic. Ready?
Okay, here we go.
The most impressive win of the year.
Facts.
Okay.
Let's go.
I don't know if it's fact. I bet you people could argue that. Here's why.
Okay.
Obviously, you've lost the best player on your team, one of the best players on the planet. You've also lost your best interior defensive player, supposedly. The other team's on a 9-game roll. The other team's got one of the candidates for the MVP. The other team's got considered one of the greatest players of all time. The other team's got a coach who feels like he's got to nurture his team along, and they're all on the same page. And you go in there at your house and win with Dennis Jenkins scoring a career high. And you get a guy like Jalen Duren, who goes another double-double and goes 10 for 10 from the free throw line. You only made 8 threes. Every time somebody says to you, hey, man, this team cannot score. I said it 2 weeks ago. Kool-Aid, this team's going to have a real hard time if they're not hitting threes without Cade Cunningham. And guess what? Shove it in my face. You shut up now because of what they just did to one of those teams that supposedly had a guy who's a really good defensive player in Luka Doncic. That's what all the national media was writing. Here's what the national media is writing. The national media's got this big spoon. Let me get this real quick. LeBron, hey, LeBron, he's playing a role now, and I'm telling you, praise the Lord, he's playing a role that nobody else should be able to play when he's accomplished as much as he has.
That's facts.
Please pass the salt and pepper. Hey, Luka's one of the best defensive players out there on the pick and roll. Hey,
Keep
Luke,
going, Shep.
let me tell you something.
Keep going, Shep.
J.J. Redick.
Don't forget about that Austin Reeves guy.
Austin Reeves.
He's the best number 2 in the league.
Austin Reeves, my ass. It's more like Keanu Reeves. Oh, no. What about J.J. Redick? J.J. Redick's a better
Coach of the year.
He's a better head coach than
got it
J.B.
going.
Bickerstaff. Can I have some more, please? Give me some more Lakers love. Can I find a 4-letter network that every single morning when the Lakers even lose, all they want to do is talk about the Lakers? Who are the Pistons? Who are the Pistons? Oh, they've got 52 wins. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, my God. That's unbelievable. The spooning of LeBron James is constant from the national and local media, for crying out loud. Dennis Jenkins just said, hey, man, here we go. Right? Am I wrong about that?
Shep, before Kool-Aid jumps in here, because I know he's excited, and I'm waiting to hear what he has to say. But you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Local, national, they always find a way to make it about the Lakers, what Luka Doncic is doing. I mean, yesterday, even I, for a brief moment, said, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, and what he's done and what he's doing. He's playing a little bit of defense, even though he's guarding the 4th or 5th or 6th best player on the team. Like, yes, they get caught up in that, and what I don't care about anymore is what happened this morning after the win. Because I knew what to expect when I turned on the TV.
Yeah.
I knew what to expect. As opposed to talk about how this young Detroit team with no Cade Cunningham lost a 14-point lead, but they stayed resilient, but they stayed strong down the press. And you talked about it, Jalen Duren went 10 for 10. He's not the only one to shot well. Pistons 91% from the stripe last night. That was down the stretch. But instead of getting that, instead of them talking about Dennis Jenkins, they talked about what the Lakers didn't do. They talked about what LeBron didn't do in the first half. It talked about what Luka wasn't able to do down the 4-minute stretch at the end of the game, including missing the shot, which he was D'd the F up on. So, but at the end of the day, this is our city. This is what happens. But you're absolutely right. They have a love fest for the Lakers, the Cowboys, and when they don't win, which wasn't their 10th in a row, shout out to the best call in the sports last night, which was the Detroit Pistons have dethroned the Lakers for the 9th win or 10th win, or however George Blah said it. But that's what the conversation was, and it is what it is. This is what we dealt with. But what I said, I love the resiliency because we haven't necessarily seen resilient moments when it came to crumbling at the stretch without Cade.
The toughness, and sometimes you guys know me. I kind of roll my eyes sometimes when I hear about grit and I hear about toughness and all, because I got news for you. A lot of teams are using that. A lot of teams say that. And by the way, a lot of teams show that too. Ask OKC right now. They've won 12 in a row. What did they do last night? Pretty damn impressive. Look at San Antonio. What did they do last night? Opened up a proverbial camp, right? So, with that said, when I look at that toughness of what that team did last night, and I'm talking mental toughness as much as physical toughness, it's as impressive as a win as I've seen this team have in a long, long time. And I give J.B. Bickerstaff and his staff and that entire team so much credit because they truly are, and that's what they've said. That's what they said afterwards. They said, we truly are the definition of a basketball team. That's what teams do.
You're saying I got that cut for you.
Can you play that? Because I think it's dead. I mean, it's right on point, man. Play that for us.
As soon as I heard him talking about that, I just whipped the camera right out.
What did you say? And here's what you said. That belongs on the Braylon Edwards show. Go ahead and play it.
Yep, definitely.
Get that going, rocking and rolling.
All right.
Give me
I'll
one,
give you
one second.
Here it is.
Back-to-back season series sweeps, by the way. Detroit over LA.
Basis, right? Like this comes from a year and a half of work and guys being dialed in, guys willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team, being an absolute and true team. And that's what we are. We're not a bunch of individuals. We're not guys that just happen to be in the same locker room. Like, our group is the definition of team. And whoever's night it is, it's that person's night, and everybody does the best thing they can to support them. And then, we got quality guys that are capable of stepping up and making plays that are fearless and, truly believe in the identity of this team and play that identity night in, night out.
Can I just say something real quick? I'm glad I wasn't there, because I would have gotten up and hugged him. That's what seriously. That clip,
coach, dog.
am I wrong? That clip right there personifies what the Pistons have been and are under him.
100.
Right?
That's facts.
This is not Pollyanna stuff. This is real stuff. You have the ultimate team.
You got the ultimate team, and you got ultimate guys. You have guys just wanting to do everything. And Tobias Harris, stop trying to dunk. Like, he missed the dunk, and I didn't bring him up to talk about the dunk, but it's the first thing happened when I brought up his name. Like, come on, like, we can't be missing fast break dunks.
You just gotta think about it. I get it.
We just can't be missing fast break dunks. But sticking with Tobias Harris last night, 14, 7, and 5. But the biggest moment for him is the deflection of the pass at the end.
Yeah.
Like, is Tobias Harris deflecting passes in Los Angeles? Is Tobias Harris playing to the whistle in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Like,
I thought he had a big mid-post turnaround jumper, too, at a crucial time.
100%.
And I thought Karis LeVert, even though he only had 8, he had 2 big shots. It's not the volume, because I expect volume from Cade Cunningham. You and I have talked about that.
100%.
From these guys, whether it be Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert, Tobias Harris, as you mentioned, I want timely shooting. And I thought that's what they got last night. It was as perfect a definition of letting the game come to him or them as a team as you could find.
Here's a question for you, Kool-Aid.
Yes, sir.
Can Dennis Jenkins operate like this in the playoffs when you can't just shoot as many shots as you want? When you're not the guy, because when I was watching the presser at the end when he got interviewed on the court, like, I loved his energy. He was like, "Yo, this is what I expect from my team."
Yes.
Like he was like, "This is my team, and I can do, and I feel comfortable." Like, I love that energy. My question to you as a basketball guy, like, what's it like when Cade comes back and you now no longer can go out there and shoot? How many shots did he have last night? He had 22 attempts or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, when you're not taking 22 attempts when Cade is playing. So what does that look like when you have a certain amount of shots that you're allowed to shoot? Can you stay in this type of rhythm? Because I know it's something different when you don't have to worry about what comes behind you. Like, when you're bowling, are you a bowler? You bowl at all?
I do bowl a little bit. Probably not the best, but I do bowl.
You see a lot of strikes when
got beer in there, man. If they got beer, you got to bowl.
You see a lot of strikes when guys are warming up. You see a lot of strikes when guys are playing and the round hasn't started. Strike. Then when it changes and you only have 2 shots, it changes. So that's
if you have a pitcher of beer, then things really change. If
1,000%.
I got a pitcher of beer,
Shep's on the beer keg later.
I'm on the beer keg later.
You know what? Opening day is coming around the corner, Shep. We'll have a day
I
for
am
you.
looking
You heard what I heard.
forward to that.
You heard that, right? Right.
Dog, Shep and bro, that's going to be so fire. But you know what? You're preaching. There's something that we actually talked about on the post-game stream last night. Shout out to Platty. And we also got Dr. Darius, Detroit Radio, joined the stream as well. That was really,
love
really
Dr.
cool.
Darius. He's a good man.
That really, really good man. And we talked about that.
Don't get me started.
Shout out.
I go back to I was 17 years old. Him letting me talk and do some drops when I was 17. But anyway, go ahead.
Good man. No, I'm for real, man. He just dropped by the streams like, bro, you mind if I'm like, why are you asking me? You the voice of Detroit for 25 years. But we talked about that. Dennis Jenkins and the role he has to play.
Yeah.
Early on, he was still good when the usage was down, but we always saw him spike when Cade wasn't there. What we need more of is Dennis playing a little bit more like how Dennis Schroeder played when he got here. Dennis Schroeder, when he got here last year at the trade deadline, was like just an injection of
energy.
Big time. And that's what I want to see. And efficiency and scoring. It didn't drop. Despite the fact that he wasn't getting starter minutes. And so with Danis, I'm hoping he can find that role and that they utilize these last couple weeks here, these last few games of the season to get him comfortable. Now, he's not short on confidence at all. And so I do believe that he can achieve it, but it's just about being put in the right possible positions at this point. I know it's still early for him in his career, but he is one of the older players, more mature. He has the game. And he said this last night that JV Bickerstaff has them ready to go. Like, they asked, like, where's the confidence come from? And he was just straight like, the game plan. Like, JV Bickerstaff has us ready to go. And when you do what your coach is telling you and it continues to work and we're over, like, they're effectively overachieving. He's effectively said that.
I'm not sure they are.
But I'm with Shep.
Yeah.
I'm no longer sure that they're overachieving anymore.
Yeah.
And I think, for me, I've always like the experience of the playoffs.
Right.
You got to have the experience
Victory
of the
shades.
playoffs.
Right.
You got to go there, etc. Like that's the conversation. Like, who's going to be the number 2? How are they going to step it up?
Yeah.
You know, the intensity changes when you get to the playoff. Teams that have been there before. I keep saying all that, but I'm starting to bring it back to this point. JB Bickerstaff has been there.
Sure.
Consistently.
Sure.
Tobias
Tobias
Harris has been there.
Levert's been there.
They
Robinson's
played
been there.
7 games together.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of this current Pistons team played 7 games together in New York and in Detroit, went down to the wire. They learned a lot in that experience.
Didn't matter, man.
I think that I think they're going to be what they are, and I think it might be enough.
I think shame on me or anybody who thinks they're overachieving. This is who they are. This is how much more of a sample size do we need than 71 games?
But
are we going to finally say, okay, at number 80, and they do this is finally who they are? I don't expect Dennis Jenkins to score 30. What I liked most, and you mentioned the shots, 11 of 18. What I liked, and you're right, he doesn't get that many shots with Cade Cunningham, but he let the game come to him. The flow of the game, and the coaches know this a hell of a lot better than I do. The flow of the game is what mattered most to me. He wasn't forcing shots. He wasn't like, you know what, I'm on a heater. I'm Bam out of Bayou. Let me start jacking up shots, okay? Yeah. That's not what he was. Yeah. It was within a flow. There are certain guys. Last night, Kevin Huerter played 20 minutes, only scored 7 points. He was a plus 11.
He made it done.
I thought he was good.
So he was doing,
really good. Getting better.
It's almost like they all get together and go, all right, look, whatever your role is, it's going to evolve as we play the game. Accept the role, embrace the role, play it to your best of your ability.
JB Bickerstaff called it stars in your own lane, and the players have actually spoke to that. They say that they basically got their verbal contract with JB Bickerstaff that if they do these XYZ things, especially in a town like this, we'll get our due. And ultimately, we know that comes to winning. They lost a lot despite all of the high draft picks that generally get shoved awards. They didn't get those awards. They didn't get the things that normally come along with what they thought, well, I'm individually doing mine. And they realized just how important winning is to perception, especially for them. And now I think that JB has been able to effectively preach to them, and they're only in a position to listen because prior they thought that the coaches beforehand weren't necessarily leading them down the right way. So.
Last night was a good win from this standpoint. Like the last 2 teams they played that were actually good teams, the Raptors as well as the Miami Heat, they lost to. All those other fluff games, the Wizards 3 times, I don't care about that. This was a serious team that came in town on their heater, like
That's
you
a
said.
fair point.
So that
with their stars.
But it was really good to see. With that said, what did last night do for you, Shep, as it relates to the playoffs for the Pistons? Has it changed where you think they can go? Like, is it the same? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I would say I don't think my mind has changed that much. I will say when Cade Cunningham got hurt, I looked at it and I thought there are going to be certain games. Well, I thought he was coming back, and I still think he'll come back. But what I thought for the rest of the regular season, not that I doubted them to be the number 1 seed in the East, I just thought it was going to be more challenging. They're 8-2 this year without Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's not counting the game in which he did get hurt. So now, what is it? 4-0, 3-0, 3-0 without Cade Cunningham. Really, it's 4-0 because he got hurt during the game, right?
First quarter.
So they're 8-2 without him. I don't know if that's an indictment on this team or on Cade Cunningham's MVP candidacy that we were preaching, or maybe both.
I just think it's just the stretch run.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it. Like, they played the Nets twice. They played the Sixers. They played the Grizzlies. They played the Wizards. They played the Wizards. They played the Warriors. So I think it's more of them rising to the occasion. Won't take anything away from this Pistons team that's playing without Cade. They're rising to the occasion, but it's at a good stretch right now for them. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I love it too.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining game.
Before we go to commercial break, man, like today is the anniversary of something.
It's a big day today for rockers. Yeah.
Talk to us, man.
40 years ago today, Van Halen, one of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time, released 5150. I don't know if people have ever heard of it, but it was their first #1 album and first ever with Sammy Hagar. Okay? So there are certain tunes on that album that are just, they still rock today, and I hope people still listen to it if you're a rock and roll fan. It did get me thinking. Give me your top 5 albums of all time. I'm not saying 5150 is one of mine, although it's pretty damn close. I really, because you're in a school of Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth. You're in a school of, if you're looking at Black Sabbath, is it Ozzy Osbourne or is it Ronnie James Dio? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are certain
That's real.
frontmen, if you will, for certain stuff. Okay.
Is it Marvin Gaye? Is it Teddy Pendergrass?
There you go. Is it Brian Johnson or is it, the various other singers that you may have in Bon Scott, for example? That's really the only two singers for AC/DC. So what are your top five albums of all time?
Okay, so music and movies with me is similar. Like, there's no such thing as top 5 for me. Like, when I saw that, I was like,
okay.
Man. I said, I'll be sitting here for the next 365 days trying to like isolate 5.
Some of your favorites.
But
how's that?
100%. I picked 6 good ones, and they all came with like a little bit of story behind it.
Okay.
So pop those up there if you could. Kool-Aid as well as Cam. That makes sense to me. I think Nas, Illmatic, when I first got into rap, started listening to rap maybe when I was 13, 14, I went back to find Illmatic, and Illmatic is the greatest album that I've ever heard. Start to finish, you're talking about 19-year-old Nasir Jones showing you how elite he was at 19 years old. So Illmatic, to me, Graduation, that's my Pro Bowl year. That was the year I had 16 touchdowns. Like, every song in that album, like, it spoke to me. And I felt like it was me graduating and finally understanding what the NFL was.
Your time in your life, I guess.
100%.
Okay.
Same. What's going on?
What's going on?
That's arguably the greatest album of all time. Marvin Gaye had to go to Europe to make the album, and then he had to put it out on his own. Because Barry Gordy wouldn't put the album out because it was too political. This is Marvin talking about what's going on in the world, people killing, the violence, brother, love your brothers, sisters, love your sisters. Like, Barry Gordy was like, we're not here for that. Like, we're not stepping into the political world.
Barry would last too long today.
100%.
That song is just so, it brings people together. I don't know anybody, if you've heard that song, I don't care if you're white, black, it doesn't matter, right? You start singing that song, you're like, yeah, all right.
Don't punish me.
Anytime I hear that song, you know what I say? Motown, baby.
Yeah, it's
Motown.
100%.
Now I got to reel it in because he didn't record it here. Go ahead.
He shelved it, and he took the album. He bounced and did it on his own. Thriller, I really don't have to like dive into that album. Although I was a off the wall over Thriller when I was younger, but then I wisened up a little bit. And then the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was just elite in all facets, in all ways. She only produced one album on that label, and it was
so good,
amazing,
exceptional.
To this day, I'm still talking about. And then once again, Lauryn Hill, the project she did with Prize, as well as what's his name? Anyway, the Fugees. Wyclef Jean. Thank you. Yeah, that's elite album. The Score. Like, you're talking about some of the greatest albums of all time. So in a quick spot, Shep, this is what I came up for you.
Way to think on your feet. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Kool-Aid. You got a couple that come to mind, or is it?
You know what,
you
man?
need some time here.
I grew up
You're
a
gonna
little
look
bit
over
on
the
jazz music. I grew up a little bit on jazz. Shout out to my uncle who was in the group Take Six.
Okay.
One of the most decorated groups in the history of the Grammys and Dove Awards and all of that. So
Miles Green, Miles Davis, Blue and Green.
Hey,
one of my favorite songs ever.
He goes, hey, all right.
But then Take Six, I also mixed kind of Earth, Wind, and Fire in there because they Earth, Wind, and Fire. They borrowed a lot from Earth, Wind, and Fire. But
good.
The albums, Layla Hathaway and Joe Sample, another jazz one. And Layla Hathaway is the best female vocalist.
You're a
on
jazz
this
guy
plant.
for the most part?
Absolute jazz.
Okay.
I love it.
All right.
Street Life is what they had. Q's Juke Joint. This is Quincy Jones. One of the few albums that he produced and actually put his name on the front of it. Shaq is on this album. Queen Latifah's on this album. There are like rappers, like hip hop, R&B.
James Ingram.
Take Six was on there. Shout out to my uncle and them. And they did a song with Shaq and Queen Latifah on that project. And it's from some time ago, but it was so dope.
That's pretty cool.
It was dope. And
you said James Ingram's on it too?
Yeah, the song, just the one of the Quincy productions off that album.
Brandon Ingram too? All right, but go ahead.
Then Eminem show, I told the story of I used to have some Christian tapes. So my godmother got me, and I was recording all the Eminem stuff off air onto those tapes. So mom didn't know I had the Eminem
That's
stuff.
illegal, by the way.
Today it is. Yeah, that was years
it was illegal
ago.
then too.
Yes, but you can sell it on the street corner in Manhattan.
My mom thought I was listening to like Superbook or something, but it was Eminem. And then Slum Village,
better than
Detroit
Super
Deli.
Tramp.
Yeah, Detroit Deli, A Taste of Detroit. That released in 2004, the year that
Dilla.
I went to college. That was a part of like my
That's who you are,
soundtrack,
yeah,
man.
okay.
That was So
Good stuff. How about Sweet Potato Cam? How about you?
Off the dome, it's got to be Biggie Smalls, Ready to Die.
Hey.
Outkast,
Machine Gun
ATLians.
Funk. Ooh.
I'm going to go Rage Against the Machine, self-titled
Okay.
for a good workout album.
I like that.
That's one
Black Pumas, self-titled, little psychedelic soul.
See, Cam is so like his umbrella is so wide. Mine is closed. His is wide. Braylon's is 3/4. It's not as wide as
Mine's
Cam's.
more jazzy.
Yeah, yours
Closed.
is more jazzy, and I'm like right down. You've seen lanes on highways. I'm the shoulder that you pass on. Mine's like this wide. Go ahead, one more.
I didn't want to come in here with all the Janis Joplin stuff. Like, it's actually even more wider than you think. But I was trying to be authentic.
I wanted to say Singers
I
Unlimited.
was trying to be authentic to the crowd. But don't get it twisted.
I'm-
Cover some Janis Joplin, some Bob
I've
Seger.
given you I've given you a lot of credit, but this guy, man, he's got like 3 umbrellas and they're all popped open wide.
Oh, chill.
One more.
Yes.
One more.
Give me some rave music.
No, it's got to be the Michael Jackson Thriller. That
Oh, okay.
that was the
Ooh.
first vinyl that I got accustomed
Really?
to and real comfortable with. Cameron, why don't you go throw that Michael Jackson for us real quick?
All right.
I got you,
That's
Mom.
good. That's
I
good.
got
That's
you.
good.
Go.
Well, but Braylon was kind enough to play 5150 when I walked into the studio today, which I always appreciate. Not that 5150's on my top 5. For me, it's AC/DC Back in Black. That's not that hard. I do not like, I will say this, when people talk about Back in Black, they think of Back in Black and they think of You Shook Me All Night Long. I don't play either one of those songs.
Like, you're rocking. You're not playing.
I
Love
play
and
Shoot to
Chill.
Thrill. I play Hell's Bells. I play Giving the Dog a Bone. I play Shake a Leg. Those are the songs that I like. All right, so for AC/DC. Heaven or Highway to Hell, I don't know if there's a better album than these top 3. I don't think there's a bad song on any of them, period. Heaven and Hell is really underrated. That's Dio instead of Ozzy. But when you look at Heaven and Hell, Neon Nights and Children of the Sea and Lady Evil and Heaven and Hell and Die Young are just heavy and very strong. I love it. I love Rainbow. I think they're one of the more underrated rock and roll bands. Straight Between the Eyes. Death Alley Driver is the very first song on that album, and it's fantastic. Hotel California, if I want to chill for a little bit. In
There you
between
go.
there is All My Friends Dig Graves. That's from my son's band. It's called Anti-Ghost. And it is, you might
Shout
like
out,
this.
man.
It's really,
out.
it's their
Football.
4th album. Okay, they've got 4 albums. It's their 4th album. It's really flipping good. It's really, really deep. There are certain songs that are really intense, but I would encourage anyone to give it a shot. There's a couple of really good tunes on there, and it comes from the heart. My son wrote all the songs. He plays the guitar and he sings, and so there is some self-serving for sure with that, but it is one that I listen to while I box.
Nobody will mistake Matt Shepard for a soft or sappy individual, because that Joker went through super detail of each of these 1, 2, 3, 4. Did a quick Hotel California, want to chill out, and then went right back to his suspect. It was so quick. Yeah, Hotel California, want to chill. Yeah, All My Friends, Greg. That was fun. I love it, Shep.
Thank you.
Dante sent in his top 5 albums as well.
Let's feed me.
Shout out Dante.
Feed me,
Look,
Seymour.
$9.99 super chat. He says my top 5 albums of all time. Number 5, Chemically Imbalanced by Yin
Ooh,
Yang
Yang
Twins.
Yang Twins.
4, The Black Album by Jay-Z. I like that.
That's also 2004,
okay.
because I almost put that one on here.
I thought he was going Black Album with the Metallica. Go
Metallica.
ahead. Yep.
Yeah.
I see Plastic Beach by Gorillaz, and then Demon Days by Gorillaz. And then his number 1, oh no, honorable mention. Oh, so you got to give me one more for your top 5, but his honorable mention is actually the 5th one on here. He says Zoo by Denzel Curry.
Love it.
Okay. I like
Good for him. Yeah.
I like the eclecticness of the group.
I just
Everybody's
like hearing what
well-rounded.
people are jamming to, you know, what gets them motivated. I'm sure you guys are just like me. It depends on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
If I'm working out or in the car by myself, that's what's on.
Football season, like when we do this list again, like you guys are gonna be surprised because like Shep is gonna have Lil Wayne on here. I promise you. We're gonna get
I
Shep.
feel like Outkast deserves a shout out.
Well, that's what Cam.
Yeah.
Cam said
Oh, yeah.
Outkast, AT
Yeah,
Aliens,
he did.
1000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was their second CD. That was the comic book character.
Nitty
Yeah.
Gritty said no Eminem. I thought
I said
Kool-Aid.
Eminem.
Yeah, Kool-Aid
Yeah.
said Eminem. Yeah. Gumby 777 said Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's. That's a good one. That's an old one. It's tough to get people into that if you're not already into that. There are certain bands that if you don't like them by now, it might be very difficult to like them afterwards.
So there's a new thing. I know we're up against it because I know there's some Tigers talk, man. I'm excited to do this Fact or Fiction with you.
Okay.
Like, I'm very excited. But, shoot, I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry.
I started thinking about that factor.
That's all right.
We'll get it. Oh, that's what it is. There's a trend what guys do now is, there's a trend what people do now on the socials is they show younger individuals the samples of the main song before they get to the main song. So by the time you listen to all the people that have sampled, for instance, the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's, you see all the samples and all the people that have used it. You're like, oh, I like this song. I like this song, and slowly but surely. And then eventually you play the real one. So you've kind of slowly but surely set them up to enjoy it and play it. So that's what you got to do. Find the samples.
Yeah.
And then that's what
Broder asked a really good question.
That's what I was about to.
What would your walk-up song be if you played Major League any baseball? So remember, you have a very short period of time as you're walking to the plate.
Yeah.
So it's got to hit you, and it's got to hit you quick. So as much as I love certain Metallica songs, it's tough to play Enter the Sandman because you can play that when you're a reliever because you had a long walk. If you're walking from the on-deck circle to the plate, it's really hard to do that, right? So what would it be?
I get the same answer every time, man. It'd be Power. Power with
Power by Rainbow.
Not by that particular Rainbow, but Kanye West, Jay-Z, and others were on it, man. And it has a part where it hits so perfect because if I played, I'd be a DH. Let's call it a spade. Like, I'd be a DH, first base, turn to a DH. Like, it literally says, no one man should have all that power. Like, as I'm walking up to the plate, that's
like
how
that.
it would hit.
Yeah. That's tough.
No one man should have all that. And then I'd be in the bag. I'd probably strike out.
I would probably try something
Power.
from either Iron Maiden or, for me, it would probably be Cinderella. There is a song called Shake Me that really starts really strong. Motley Crue has got a couple that'll Kickstart My Heart is really, really tough, right? If you're walking to the plate and you hear Kickstart My Heart, that'll get the adrenaline flowing. My fear is I'd start swinging at every first pitch slider and miss it by 2 feet.
Yeah, trying to take everything yard all the
Amen
time.
to that. All right, when we come back, we'll talk a little baseball. That's a good question, Broder. Can't wait to work for you, or with you, I should say, next week. When
Hey, that's going to be fire.
Who's
Everybody
man, who?
tap into that.
Yeah. When we've got things going on for opening day downtown at, of course, our favorite pizza place, Buddies. How about this from our favorite lawyer, Vin Johnson?
I don't even get Vin Johnson reads anymore because they just know it is what it is. Vin Johnson is the fighter, so let him fight for you. Don't make him don't make him the second through fourth call. Make him the first call. You reach out right now. Corporations, government, they will try to withhold compensation for you. You got to reach out to the fighter and let the fighter fight for you, whether it's a settlement, whether it's a verdict, it doesn't matter because we want all the smoke. We will represent you the right way, or at least Vin Johnson will represent you the right way. VENfights.com.
Love Art and Jake's, man. We were talking about Buddies just a moment ago because it's such great pizza. Art and Jake's has got phenomenal food. They've got 22 draft beers on tap for you. They've got 80 wall-to-wall TVs, as you see right there. 80 wall-to-wall TVs for you to watch the NCAA tournament. The Pistons last night, the Red Wings tonight, you name it. Art and Jake's in Sterling Heights this Friday is having that special viewing party. What is it? Michigan and Michigan State, Sweet 16 matchups. Not against one another, but they're going to be there enjoying it, and we hope you can be with us as well. We will be live here on the Woodward Sports Network, bringing you every bracket-busting moment from their wall-to-wall screens, along with that great food and that cold beer. Check it out this Friday. Sterling Heights, Art and Jake's and Woodward Sports, a great combination.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Big Injuries? Big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won.
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
To any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Oh, yeah. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. With over 2,700 gyms nationwide, it's the gym for you. You got to remember, we're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness. When you come on down the planet, look, man, there's no judgment here. Home of the judgment-free zone. All the lockers, all the locker rooms, and all the equipment are clean as well, and you can help us in that process. And then there's trainers on staff to make sure you know what you're doing. Whether you're starting your journey, continuing your journey, or you're trying to take your journey to that next level, Planet Fitness is the place to come and do it at.
Hey, Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea is going to be fully engulfed down on opening day. There's no doubt about that, and there's for good reason, because that is a drink that'll keep you spry and happy, and, well, it just tastes really good. Sometimes taste is important, don't you think? I think so, too. Yeah, real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles, just a clean, crisp sip. And it's only 100 calories. For 4.5% alcohol and only 100 calories, pretty damn good, folks. This season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea and Woodward Sports, and please drink responsibly. And we expect you to be responsible when you come on downtown.
Let's go.
Opening day party for the Tigers home opener. Friday, April 3rd, that's a week from this Friday, at the Grand Slam Opening Day Festival. We're broadcasting live all morning. Come hang out with my buddy Braylon.
I'll be there.
D-Mac, the whole Woodward Sports crew. We're going to talk baseball. We're going to get fired up for the big game. Broder and I will be at Buddies. We can't wait to see you there. The madness starts at 9 a.m. Let me give you the address. 1526 Broadway Street. That goes all day long, baby. All day long. Get tickets today at GrandSlamDetroit.com. Hey, speaking of the Tigers,
and we back.
Here's the big news. Kevin McGonigal, at the age of 20, never played a game at AAA, has made this team's opening day roster.
He's in the show.
So he's in the show.
It's K-Mac.
Wow, okay.
It's K-Mac.
It's K-Mac now?
Welcome to the show.
That's the new.
K-Mac is a good nickname, man.
I like it.
It's K-Mac. It's easy. Sounds good. K-Mac sounds like somebody that plays some ball.
So, some people say he doesn't have the aura of a Max Clark, though, Shep.
He doesn't have the chains of a Max Clark, I can tell you that.
I don't care about aura. I care what you do on the field.
He
can ball out.
He got some skills to him, man. Look, I love him, man. I think so far what he's shown us is sneaky plate power. Like, I think he's elite plate as it relates to discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that the Detroit Tigers need at to play this discipline, man. He's not swinging at a ton of pitches. See how that works. And also, too, man, he's good at the bat to the ball. Elite
make pitchers work.
100%.
So that's the whole thing, and that's an excellent point. I mean, when you get those pitch counts up because he's spitting on the right pitches and swinging at the right pitches. Now, a 250 spring training average doesn't really do it justice because he had a really good on-base percentage. He had more walks than strikeouts. He's swinging at the right pitches. Yeah. It'll come. My guess is A.J. Hinch is going to bat him at the bottom of the order. I would also remind you, too, in order for him to make the team, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it because he does deserve it, all right? You mentioned the defense. He deserves to be there. The Lions have optioned Trey Cruz, Jace Young, and Wenzel Perez to AAA. So you knew. I think we told you this yesterday. I said if he makes this team, it's going to be either Parker Meadows or Wenzel Perez. Yeah. And Parker Meadows is strictly a center fielder, but when he gets on base, he's got good speed. He's an excellent defensive player. And even though his overall numbers weren't great, the last 10 games of spring training, he was pretty damn good. Okay, not quite 400, but 360 something. All right, that'll give you something to chew on. Wenzel Perez could play all three positions in the outfield. And I think he's got better bat-to-ball contact. But they've made this choice. I respect the choice. I know some people aren't thrilled with it, especially those who we call family members of Woodward
they're not
Sports
too happy about
gang.
It
No, I don't
What's
know.
the big issue?
I'm sure that here's the problem. I'm sure they're tired of Parker Meadows.
Yeah,
that's their feeling, not mine. That's their feeling. I like Parker Meadows. I think he adds a certain dimension to this team. Now, is he an everyday center fielder? Probably not. But here's what you do have. You have Matt Vierling. And Matt Vierling can play center field for you. And Matt Vierling can... You were going to write that. I'm sorry.
No. That's the name I circled. I wanted to ask you about Matt Vierling.
Yeah. So Matt Vierling is going to play center field for you. Yeah. He's going to play right field when Kerry Carpenter doesn't play right field. Okay. He'll play third base sometimes for you when Zach McKinstry or Colt Keith isn't playing there. And he can actually spell Spencer Torkelson at first base. So he's a valuable piece for this team moving forward.
He's a Swiss Army
and
knife.
he was injured a year ago. 2 years ago, he had a career year.
Let me ask you, he's a Swiss Army knife. Let me ask you this question. When did the everyday player become a thing?
I think the everyday player has always been a thing. I think what's become a thing is the Swiss Army knife.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember
Ben
playing,
Zobrist probably started that.
Like realistically, nine positions, 9 players when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like now it's 9 positions, 14 players through rotating. Well, this guy's gonna play here tonight. This guy might move over here tonight. You got a bunch of Javier Baez's going on. You got a Matt Vierling, who can do this. He can play an outfield. I'm just like, when did that happen?
I'm with you.
When did it turn into that?
And when was it more fashionable to do that than not? I mean, personally, this is just my opinion. I want everyday players.
Same.
I know I need a couple of versatile players coming off my bench. But on a regular basis, I want everyday players. This is probably an unfair comparison. But when you look at the best team in baseball, and it's the Dodgers, for the most part, every day it's going to be Will Smith behind the plate. Dalton rushing a little bit, right? Freddie Freeman's going to be at first base. Yep. Tommy Edmonds going to be at second base. Max Muncy's going to be at third base. Mookie Betts is going to be at shortstop. Teoscar Hernandez will probably be in left field. Andy Paez will most likely be in center field. And Kyle Tucker is going to be in right field. Every single day. How much easier is it for Dave Roberts to show up at Dodger Stadium and know, if I want to, I can hang out in my office for a little bit and play, euchre on my phone. Because every day he's pretty much got his guys. I'm belittling it, and I don't mean to, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
AJ Hinch and I had this conversation.
No extra thought.
Yeah, we had about 4 years ago. He and I were talking about the value of the utility player. All right? And I said, look, let's be honest. When you were in Houston, every day you're putting at least 6 guys who are starters for you. Altuve and Bregman,
Springer,
right, and Correa and Springer. And so I reeled off 6 guys. That's a lot easier for you. I think he loves the challenge of the utility guy for the most part, or placing guys around. But I mean, Detroit's getting there. I don't know where McGonical's going to play, Braylon. Yeah. He's going to play shortstop or third. Torres is going to be your everyday second baseman. Torkelson's every day at first. Dingler's every day behind the dish. Green's every day in left field. If you got to rotate the 2 outfield spots in third base, it's better than what they were doing a year ago.
Yeah, Detroit Tigers last year had 146 different starting lineups out of 162 games.
That's a power stat right there,
Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
that's a power
stat.
That's
deep. That's a lot, man.
It's a lot. And so that's why I asked the question as a novice, where if you show me that, all right, cool, there's 35 different starting lineups, something, okay, I can understand. But when I see 142, that's why I asked you the question, like, when did that become into play? And is this something that's going to stay under A.J. Hinch? Are they trying to find their players that can be everyday players now in their farm system that I keep hearing is so great?
I hope they do. I hope eventually Max Anderson becomes an everyday player. I hope Bryce Rayner becomes an everyday player. I hope Max Clark becomes an everyday player. But right now, I think, they've got a handful of guys who you feel pretty comfortable with.
You want to have some fun, Shep?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's have a little fun.
All right.
Fact or fiction?
Okay.
Detroit Tigers edition.
All right.
As we start the 2025 season on, I want to say Friday, correct? Friday in San Diego.
This Friday, correct.
This Friday
in San Diego. So 3 in San Diego, 3 in Arizona, then it's home.
And then opening day actually is on Netflix. Netflix is...
Is it really?
It's on Netflix. It's the Yankees and the... How did I forget that fast? Yes, Giants. Appreciate you.
Oh, opening day for baseball. I got you.
Baseball, 100%.
Yeah.
Fact or fiction? The Detroit Tigers, who have kind of fixed their bullpen a little bit, added some power to it. Framber Valdez, if you will.
I like him.
90 games or more this season for the Tigers. Yeah. Is that fact or is that fiction?
I think this is going to be tough.
Yeah.
I'm going to say fact. I'm going to say they're going to win 90 games. Okay? A lot will depend on what they do at the trade deadline.
The trade deadline as it relates to the bats? All right.
Yeah.
So if you have...
What do you think? What do you think, 90 games or no?
I think under.
Under?
I think under, but not by a lot. I think it doesn't take a lot to win our division. I'm in the ballpark of 88 to 89. I know it's close, but I'm not taking over. 90 or over.
Last year, I think the winner had 88.
Yep.
Okay. I think Cleveland had 88 a year ago, and the year before that was Cleveland with 92. So I think you can win it this year, and 90. I'll take the 90. Yeah.
All right, let's stick with that. Since you think they're going over 90 games, it has to do something with the bullpen. Fact or fiction? As currently constructed, Detroit Tigers are a top 3 bullpen in the American League.
Best Finnegan. Yeah, I do. I think they're a top 3 bullpen.
I think you have the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Guardians.
I don't think the Guardians are even there anymore, quite honestly. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what you got. I think Detroit's in really good shape in that regard. Yep.
Okay. Let's stick with pitching.
Okay.
Does Justin Verlander pitch 150 innings in this return to Detroit?
Ooh. Well, I would love that. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say no. I don't think he gets to quite 150. That would be a great scenario for the Detroit Tigers, I can tell you that, because they're going to get close to 200 from Skubal. They'll get close to 200 from Valdez.
May not be enough innings left.
They'll be like 1-6. No, I mean I think their starters. I think they need 865 to 870 innings from their starting pitching core. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I think Justin Verlander, what did he give you last year? 152? I don't think he'll make 150 this year.
Okay. Respect. As good as the Tigers have been in the last 2 seasons, 2 playoff runs, first time they've done that in 10 seasons or so, they haven't won the division.
Correct.
Will the Tigers win the AL Central?
Yes.
Shep already says yes for the first time since 2014.
Yes. Kansas City will finish second.
Yeah, Kansas City is another team with a decent bullpen, and they got your boy Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah, well, they also got Maikel Garcia at third, Vinny Pasquantino, Salvador Perez, Cole Reagans as one of their starters, Chris Bubich is one of their starters. Yeah, I think Kansas City's the second best team in the division.
I like that last name. Like, it's kind of funny to say at a ballpark. Bubich. That's his name, Bubich.
Yeah, it's a funny thing to say at any sporting event if you think about it.
Very true.
What did you just saw my wife?
I called her up. So, Spencer Torkelson, 30-plus home runs. I dropped it from 35. Initially, my question was 35 or more.
Why'd you have 35 originally?
Because it sounds
Is it
good.
hopeful?
Because he's already gone over 30 before. So 35 would be the next.
What do you have? 31, right?
Yeah, 30 and 31.
Yeah, 30 and 31 in each of the last 2 years.
Yeah. So does you know what? Stick there. Does he make it to 33?
To 33, man, you're really putting me on the spot.
30, 31.
Yeah, it'll be a career year for him. I'm going to say yes.
That didn't sound like much. You didn't believe in.
Well,
that was like optimism.
They just didn't add the right-handed power stick I was hoping they would add. That's all.
Yeah.
And he's really the only right-handed power stick that they have in the lineup. Okay. It's not Dylan Dingler yet. It's not Matt Vierling, who's I think career high is with 12. So I think there's a concern there. 33, that might be a little lofty. It might be slight under, but I'll say yes. I'll be optimistic.
Fact or fiction? Max Clark will make his debut before All-Star break.
Fact. I think he'll make it in sometime mid to late June.
Okay. And last one. Since we're going for it, will the Tigers represent the AL in the World Series?
No.
Okay, fair.
Nope, I don't think so. I think Seattle's better. I think Toronto's better. I think the Yankees are better. I think Boston's really good too. Love Baltimore's lineup, quite honestly. But I don't know. I don't know if they have the pitching. East is so tough. I would say no.
So
unfortunately,
it's safe to say if the Detroit Tigers do damage in terms of getting to the AL, in terms of getting into the ALCS, if they get to the World Series, it's safe to say that Scott Harris and AJ Hinch did a damn good job.
I think AJ,
that wasn't a fact of fiction. That was just
I truly think AJ Hinch is one of the best managers in all of baseball.
Fair.
Okay. Scott Harris. Let's put it this way.
I was just listening to how many people you said were better than the Tigers, so I'm like just thinking that mindset. Like, if they make it, it's a job.
Oh, if they make it to the World Series, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think a lot depends on what this team is going to have to do when they're in the position. They should be in the position, if healthy. They should be in the position to add at the trade deadline. And my guess is, because Mize has struggled a little bit in spring training, not that I'm all in on whatever happens in spring training, but his ERA is over 7.5. Flaherty's ERA is close to 8, okay? If those guys can't give you innings, and you don't have, the Trey Meltons of the world, or certain guys like that back yet, what are you going to do to try and shore up to go with Skubal and with Valdez? What do you do with that?
Yeah.
You're going to have to get something, and you may need something offensively too at that point. So a lot depends on what if they can do something, if they can upgrade, and without belittling too much of their minor league system, then I would hope that they could be a challenger for the World Series. It's going to be a fun season, I think, though.
I think it is going to be a fun season, man.
Of course, I said this the last 2 years. Remember that, okay?
And
I was
really,
wrong.
Well, the last 2 seasons have been fun.
You did want us at the trade deadline.
2 seasons ago, nobody expected anything except you. Like, legitimately, that was one of the craziest runs of all time, and they made it to second round of the playoffs. They even got a playoff win in that. And then last year, half the season was great.
No, it was a disappointment. Come on, man. It really was.
It was.
It's a disappointment.
It was.
So my expectations for this team are a little bit higher than most. That's fair. And maybe it's unfair on how high it is. But I expected a World Series appearance a year ago. I expected back-to-back division titles, but I expect a division title this year. I think it's okay to have expectations. I think it's a compliment. I believe in the manager for sure, and I believe in a key number of players. Like I'm a big Riley Green supporter. I think he's a hell of a player. I know people focus on the strikeouts. I think he's a hell of a player. I think you have some guys who are among the best at what they do. So I'm looking forward to that.
I agree. I agree, but I also am on the same side where, like, I listen to how you talk about the teams you think are ahead and think of that. And then I listened to last year when you talk about the bats that we didn't necessarily have and who was going to come. So thinking of it that way, I don't know if it's a letdown or if it's on par for the course.
You're right. That's why I say the trade deadline is key. Because they're going to be in position to be competitive. How much will they look at that and go, you know what? If we had this and this, we're going to be better than Seattle. We're going to be better than Toronto. Yeah. We're going to be better than the Yankees. We'll be better than the Red Sox. That's what I'm wondering.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. All right.
I like it.
Any super chats? Because I didn't do a very good job yesterday of getting to the super chats like I should have.
We're rocking and rolling, man. You got excited, man.
We do got some super chats in here, man.
Good. Feed us with that, and then we're going to, after the break, we've got a in-house guest that we want to make sure we introduce and welcome him here to the Braylon Edwards Show on the couch in the beautiful studio that we have, and he brought us some gifts as well. So let's make sure we got that.
Hey, well, you know, I got 4 super chats here I'll get to before we go and say what up, though, to some of our friends. Matty Fresh. Shout out to Matty Fresh, $5 super chat. This is an individual. When you talk about Pistons, man, I see him at a lot of different games. So shout out to him. And he supports Woodward Sports like the best of them. He says, you know, the Pistons won again.
Hey.
He says, great dub last night. And then you got J-Rod Sayers with the $10 super chat.
J-Rod.
He's continued to keep us updated on what's going on with our D2 Women's Basketball Elite 8. He says it starts tonight. Number 1, Grand Valley State University plays. Number 8, Carson Newman at 6 p.m. He says,
hey,
Grand
good luck
Valley
to
State.
the Lakers.
Huh?
Hey,
good luck to the Lakers.
Good luck. He says Grand Valley is the only team to return to the Elite 8 from last year in their title defense. ESPN Plus with the coverage. So, shout out. And I know he has a personal connection there. So.
They're picking up where their football team dropped the ball. They used to be the best Division II football program in the country.
Tough.
And now it's
Legendary.
the women's basketball team that is best.
Legendary. Michael Wary here with a couple $5 super chats. Shout out to Michael Wary. He says, no matter what sport, offense wins games. Defense, though, wins chips. And he says, he says, you fans complained about the Pistons not making a move. Well, they did. He believes it was Danis Jenkins. We are going to see if that's enough when the playoffs hit. It is a different pressure. And Michael Wary with another $2
That was
super
like an
chat.
interesting conversation because it was like part of it was great. And then like the second part of it didn't necessarily go with the first part of it. Because defense does win championships. And then it's like, well, with Danis Jenkins there, I'm like,
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Can I ask this simple question? I don't disagree with what he said there. Have you ever found an exception to that rule?
To offense winning championship?
To defense wins championship.
Yes, it's called the greatest show on turf.
Right, the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams.
Oh, yeah.
Like the St. Louis at that time, Rams, what they were doing, like they were scoring 45 points and they were giving up 40 points. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was the one time that defense, didn't win.
What if I said the 2006 Colts?
They won, though.
Yeah, they won the championship, but they're not because of their defense.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree because their defense had Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney. Like, both those guys together have over 230 career NFL sacks. Like, that defense, it doesn't get talked about because of Peyton Manning and because of all the Hall of Famers that were on the offense, Edgerrin James, Marvin Harrison Payton, and maybe Reggie Wayne. Eventually, Dallas Clark was on that team. But Robert Mathis, for as good as Dwight Freeney is, who's in the Hall of Fame, Robert Mathis' career is arguably better. Like Thornhill, Brackett, like Antoine Bethea. That defense was they didn't get the credit because Peyton was the guy.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at I thought they played really well in the postseason, but during the regular season, they were not great defensively.
Yeah.
Okay. From a ranking standpoint, if that's how you want to go, there was nothing special there from a defensive ranking. In fact, they ranked total defense 21st, while their offense ranked 4th that year. So,
how many touchdowns did the Chicago Bears score in the Super Bowl?
Right.
One, and it was on special
Devin
teams.
Hester. Wasn't it the opening kickoff?
Yeah.
I think it was an opening kickoff.
So, to your point, defensive as a season, but when it mattered.
When it mattered. No, that's why I said the postseason. They were really good in the playoffs. Yeah. Their numbers were much better in the playoffs. But during the regular season.
Sometimes that happens, man.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because it happened for the Baltimore Ravens. For as much as we know the Baltimore Ravens for what? For defense.
Right.
The Super Bowl they won in 2013 was not because of Ray Lewis and the defense. It was because Joe Flacco got hot and had one of the hottest streaks in a playoff run ever. and lit it up. Offense won them that Super Bowl.
Feeling hot. Any others?
Yeah, we got one more super chat in here from Michael Wary again. He says, I'll buy it out there. Tigers to the ALCS.
Okay, good. I hope you're right. Again, we've said that the last 2 years, and we've been wrong, but it's good to be positive. It's good to be optimistic rather than the other way around, especially at this time of the year.
You know what else is good to be? Represented by a state title agency.
Yes,
my boy,
it is.
B. Sahab. Whether you're buying a home or refinancing, the team at the state's title agency can make things closing, as they say. Closing process simple and convenient. Your Southeast Michigan partner for smooth, secure closings. Proudly serving Michigan since 2013. They have over 20 years of experience. I don't know about you. I want somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. And to get that, you got to have knowledge. You got to have experience, and it comes with that. Combine that with the expertise of the B, and you can guide any title or escrow transaction to a smooth landing. They know you're busy, which is why they offer evening and weekend closings by appointment. And they will even come complete the transaction at a location of your choice. Convenience, convenience, convenience. For all your title needs, call Mr. Deeds.
You said smooth twice, and immediately I thought, smooth operator.
Listen, wait a minute. That's a great album.
It's really smooth when everything's going well. But when things aren't going well, it can be really difficult. It can be challenging, right? It wears on you a little bit. At Woodward Sports, you're never alone, and your mental health journey is real, and we understand it. So Pure Psychiatry, we have partnered with them. They're good people. They provide personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you. This is not cookie cutter stuff. This is specifically for you. They get to know you, and then they put it together the way they think is going to help benefit you. They've got 16 locations in this great state of Michigan. They got 2 more in Ohio. And they make getting help very accessible, but they also make it very comfortable because they know at times it can be a tough thing to talk about. If you've been thinking about finding some help, and that's fine, it's cool, okay? Do it. And visit PurePsychMI.com today, and they'll help you.
I hate to tell you, energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
With a cannot lose in regulation night for the Wings, y'all got to get on that Caesars Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports, because you can bet up to $1,000. And if you lose, you get that back. All you got to do is scan the QR code under the code Woodward1000. And if that first bet doesn't hit, you get your deposit back up to $1,000. That's right, $1,000 back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000. And if y'all are tired of that midday crash from sugary energy drinks, it's time to level up with Thrive Energy Pouches. Made right here in the US of A. Thrive delivers fast-acting energy and elite cognitive focus using all natural caffeine. The best part? It's all clean. All energy, zero sugar, and absolutely zero crash. Grab Thrive Energy in wintergreen, peach, peppermint, cinnamon. Scan the QR code on your screen right now or go to dipstop.com. That's DIPSTOP.com to grab a tin. Use promo code WSN at checkout to get 15% off your entire order. Seriously, guys, they just effing work.
Not many things go better than college basketball and cold beer. No beer says March quite like Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. In fact, $5 shorts at Art and Jake's locations across the state of Michigan. They got 6 locations of Sam Adams Cherry Wheat Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And we're going to be at Art and Jake's this Friday, right? This Friday for all the Sweet 16.
Oh, we're back.
Action. Yeah.
Which
Light,
one?
Refreshing. At Art and Jake's.
Which
Well, they've got
location?
so many. Which location? Sterling Heights. Sterling Heights. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Light, refreshing, brewed with real Michigan cherries. Drink responsible. Yeah.
Right.
Come on, man.
We back.
No, you come on. Them come on. No, Sterling Heights isn't far, so no, we'll be all good.
Yeah, no, we're all good.
That was the conversation we were talking about. You looked at the same thing that I looked at. Welcome back to the second hour show. I was looking at it too. Like, show that Missy had last night.
Oh, you're talking about what
show the loss.
Yeah.
So I'm getting D'd up in the last 4 minutes of the game. Don't show me all these highlights from the 9 games you won. Show me last night.
Dude, I'm going to tell
Espen.
You didn't even say who he lost to.
No,
it didn't even say. I was reading the whole screen. Like,
all it said was 9-game winning streak snap.
Yeah.
And then
Period.
some numbers next to it. Yeah.
I mean, they lost to nobody.
In fairness, they did show the Pistons. Okay, I'm not going to get so
in one
butthurt
highlight
over stuff like that. But I know
they had the Bulls.
Well, I know
it's fun to complain.
It's ridiculous. But I will say earlier today, and I just do this because it's part of our prep. All right, because sometimes they do have really good graphics. They do have good information.
Yeah.
But I was watching a specific show, and they were just gloating about how LeBron James has accepted a new role. And he's just like the most talented player to ever accept this role. After I threw up, I literally said to myself, and out loud, because nobody was around me, my wife's like, who are you talking to? Just don't even listen. Don't worry about it. You never listen anyway. So I said, are you kidding me? He's forced to take the role.
Right.
He has to accept the role because they stink if he's their leading guy, right? You saw the play last night. This is what drives me nuts. Let's only highlight the positive stuff because he's got the media like this. If you don't do something I tell you, then you're not going to get LeBron access. There's 2 athletes in the history of me covering sports who have done this, Tiger Woods and LeBron James. They can hold the media hostage. That's a fact. If you say something negative, you're in deep trouble. Ask some people who've actually tried to go against them. But anyway,
wasn't too much negative to say about Tiger Woods.
Well, I don't know. And I don't want to get into that side of it. There were some things. I think he's awesome.
He's a dick, but it's all good.
No, I don't care if he's a dick. I really don't. But it's okay to mention some of the off-course issues that he's had in the past, and that's not going too deep. Everybody knows about it. But last night, LeBron James is sitting there going like this with a finger. Oh, my God. I mean, everybody's making excuses for him. Oh, we've all been there. Meanwhile, Pistons go 5-on-3. Anybody else does it. Dennis Jenkins does that. It's like, come on, man, get back on defense. Seriously, and he does that a lot.
No, look, I thought they were going to challenge a play last night, and Mason had to tell us this was just a timeout. And why? Because LeBron was literally like had half court just arguing with the ref. And he was like, no, you're going to redo the play, make them review the play. JJ Redick just stepped out, called a timeout. Right. I thought he was going to review it. They were like, nah, I'm not even dealing with that. It was amazing that your team is playing 4-on-5 right now. Right. Your coach has to call the timeout because you're literally just arguing.
He looks like he got harpooned out in the ocean.
Yeah. The funniest thing about it is, like, you know, those guys you're talking about on that network, like, he's also, like, cut them off. You're talking about Wendy, you're talking about Stephen A. Smith. Like, he's gone to nauseum, cut those two individuals off, or won't talk to them. They've gone on TV and apologized a million times for their role in the situation. And even with that, see, I can not like somebody and still, you know, conversate regularly. I do it all the time.
Sure you do.
I tell you I don't like somebody, and then will proceed to tell you why they did what they did, which was elite, or why blah, blah, blah. Not only do they do that, but, like, why would you stroke off somebody that don't like you? Like, why would you stroke off on air somebody that has dogged you out, that is not giving you access, that has literally fired you? Like, Windhorse was on TV damn near crying last year when that situation came out, and now you still
but they do have a reporter who just sits there and goes, I'm telling you how great LeBron. Like, when he was talking about LeBron 2 days ago, or the Lakers, he started with LeBron James and his new role. He didn't talk about Doncic. He didn't talk about
Peter
Reeves.
Strager.
No, it's Dave McMiniman or whatever his name is that covers it. Kool-Aid probably knows it. Anyway, we don't need to talk more about the Lakers. It's not worth it. But, you know, I'm just glad that
but this is how they get
stuck
you,
it to him again.
Because we're still talking about it.
Yeah, I know. But like during the break, we both look up. We're like, we look at each other. Really? Are you kidding me?
I mean, you got the chat, man. Rodney in the chat says that national media has the Celtics in New York's winning the East after the Pistons been leading the East all year long.
Oops.
Go Pistons.
You know what happened?
From Flint Town.
Yeah, and that's what makes us all a little more defensive, perhaps a little sensitive. I'm willing to admit that, okay? But all of us willing to go, you know what? Ha-ha. How do you like me now, right? Toby Keith. Here's the frustration. Here's the frustration. When the national media comes to town, what is it? The carpet's as red as what, you know, Cam is wearing on his back right now.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, Kool-Aid and the Pistons shows pre and post have been pretty damn positive. It's not like you can't call it, like you said, can't call a spade, but still, for the most part, the national media is all over the New York honk. Yeah. It's ridiculous. That's what makes you even want to just pound their ass.
When they come into town, man. But somebody who I do like, shout out to DA David Aldridge, who he tries to pay some attention to the Pistons, and he actually got into the press conference rooms. A lot of these other national media people, and I'm not trying to throw people under the bus, they don't really do that part of it. DA still gets after it. He gets in there and asks some good questions.
David Aldridge?
David Aldridge. He sat right next to me. I've seen him at a couple of events, and he's been pretty cool.
It's like a damn shame what happened with that situation.
Explain.
Like, we'll talk about that one after.
Okay. All right. All I know is this. They don't have to cover the Pistons for me to like them. You've got to be fair and balanced for me to respect you. If you want to call them when they're not playing well, go right ahead. You have every right to do that. Everybody should do that, okay? Everybody. Yeah. On the other hand, when they're winning 52 up and 19 down, and they're beating a team like that without, you know, their primary weapons, they deserve to be acknowledged more than what they've been acknowledged. That's all we're saying. All right, speaking of acknowledgement, Jackson Smith and Jigba had that big contract yesterday. Big time acknowledgement, right? And rightfully so. Just to put it in perspective, let me tell you how insane this is. All right, he's going to make over $100,000. He's going to make $115,000, $400 per day. Per day, he's making $1.34 a second, $80 a minute, $4,800 per hour, $115,000 a day and $807,803 per week. That's what he's getting. I'm not saying he's not worth it. I'm just telling you that's what he's worth. Yesterday, we talked about it, but we didn't get your perspective on what a great deal the Lions got out of Amon-Ra St. Brown, who signed this 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. He gets $30 million a year, but nowhere near what the other guys who had set the market at the time and how much guaranteed they got.
Yeah, it's about the time and the place. Amon-Ra St. Brown signed his deal before, obviously, he signed his deal before Jefferson and Chase. Mm-hmm. Signed his $30 million deal, and what he did, he deserved it. What he was for the Lions, what he was been as the receiver in this NFL, one of those top 5, top 6 over the last 5 years. So he deserved his deal 100%, and they paid him ahead of time. They got ahead of it because that same year, Chase and Jefferson were up that year. So it's one of those situations that the Detroit Lions are now in the same similar situation where you have the 2 top guys that are going to set this market. You knew 2 years ago, Chase and Jefferson were getting upwards of 33 to 35.
Yeah.
Now this year, what's the thing? It's the running back position. The running back position is the same similar thing with Jahmyr Gibbs, Devin Achane, as well as Bijan Robinson. But Brad Holmes, kudos for as much as we come up here and we have negative things to say about what Brad Holmes has done maybe in the last 18 months. This is one of those great moves that he did. He signed Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's been a pillar for this team and been one of the best wide receivers in the league. And also, too, as it relates to his next deal, like the $42 million, now he's under contract. Now you see what this looks like. Now you see, can he become a better version of himself, stay in what he did last year and become better? And then you revisit that. But this was a good move by Ben Johnson. It's a good move by Brad Holmes. Like, this is coming. Like, money is a part of the game. The money goes up every year. Somebody does something crazy every year. There are 2 to 3 studs that are going to change the market value. You have another guy on the opposite side who you're going to be in the same situation. Talk about Aiden Hutchinson. But this was one of those good deals.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, when he signed that contract, $77 million guaranteed. Jackson Smith and Jigba, $120+ million guaranteed.
But also, too, it's timing.
Sure.
Like, that's the thing in the contract, too. It's time. Is Jackson Smith and Jigba, like, you look, is he 4 years of 1,000? And he's only been in the league 3 years. Like, yes, and one of those was 630 yards. But you look at 2 years, 1,000 yards, 100 catches, under Geno Smith. You switch up. Sam Darnold comes in. You get even better. You show that you're capable of doing what you did at Ohio State once we got rid of DK Metcalf, who was the guy on this team. Also, too, you won a Super Bowl. See, that's not what people talk about. The money goes up when you win a championship. Mm-hmm. The average estimation for winning a Super Bowl in the NFL increases an NFL's team value $175 million. Like, that's what the increase is, and that was a 3-year ago stat. I don't know what that stat is now. It has to be up because of inflation. So if you're talking about a team has gone up that $200 million, let's give or take, why can't your star player who's 3 years in, hasn't been hurt, and represents your broad club the right way? It's all about the right time, man. He was in the right place at the right time.
All right, let me play a little game here with you, all right?
Okay.
I want the 5 greatest quarterback, running back, wide receiver trios in NFL history. On your opinion here, quarterback, running back, wide receivers, okay, in history. And you are a historical aficionado. I don't have to take you way back in the time machine, but I think you've got a pretty good understanding of it.
Yeah, I do.
So for example, when I say that, I'm not saying this is, but if you said Bradshaw, Swan, and Harris, that's what I mean, almost going, that kind of way back machine.
Okay. This is interesting.
This is not easy, okay? I know which one comes to mind right away. I think it's number 1. I think you and I probably would agree with that, okay? We'll
Cowboys?
See. Well, mine was the Niners.
Yeah, so that's what I was working on right now.
Okay.
So Jerry, Joe, and Roger Craig?
Correct.
Right.
They're all Hall of Famers. Not that all these
now
trios.
Now they are.
Yeah, now they are.
Now they are.
After Roger got it, yeah.
That's a really good one. We mentioned one earlier, man, and it's Peyton, Marvin, and Edgerrin.
Amen.
That's another really good shoot. You want to take it even further back. Peyton, Marshall, and Marvin. But they didn't really do anything. Greatest Show on Turf was another good one. Marshall Faulk. Isaac Bruce will be over Torrey Holt in that regard. And then Kurt Warner.
Okay.
Be a good one.
So you've got 3 of the 5 on this website that I found. 3 of the 5.
I'm not going with the Cowboys because I'm not giving that credence to Troy Aikman.
Okay. Even though he's a Hall of Fame player, you're not doing that.
There's a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame. Like, you don't like Joe Namath, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't have 3 chips though. He's got a losing record. He's thrown more picks than touchdowns, and he also has completion percentage.
Put Joe Namath behind what Troy Aikman played with.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. I think you put a lot of quarterbacks there; they're going to be really good. Do we use that for Emmitt Smith? Do we use it for?
We do.
Okay, good.
But
at least you're consistent.
I do. Emmett still was elite though.
All right, so you're not taking them.
No.
Okay. Anybody else? Because this website
it is on there.
Yeah, this website had Roethlisberger.
Oh, you have got to be effing kidding me.
Yeah.
Roethlisberger's number 1
with Brown and Le'Veon Bell. To me,
it was an elite group, but like, stop it.
It was elite, but it's not all time elite.
Yes, it's elite for their era.
Yes,
it's elite for the stretch that they were in.
Good. Agreed.
They never even. I mean, it's not all about. It's not always about winning. They ain't win nothing.
Yeah.
They ain't win nothing. If you want to go that route, I'd rather put Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, and Andre Reed up there. If we're gonna play that game, I'd much rather go that route than these guys. Who are some?
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's poop.
Man, that list sucks.
I mean, it's not because they were elite. Like, and when I say elite, I'm actually using that word. Like Le'Veon Bell, there was a reason why the Jets still took a chance after what happened in Pittsburgh. He was that good. Antonio Brown, say what you want to say about him, and 98% of it is probably true. He had legitimately one of the best. He was on his way to be.
Yeah.
Like him.
Yes.
Like he's on his way to be him. And then, yes, Ben Roethlisberger for his era, he's probably one of the greatest quarterbacks classes, yada, yada, yada. So, but you're talking about all time? No.
Yeah. I would have the Niners. I would have the Montana, Rice, and Craig connection, number 1. I would have the Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Edgerrin James connection, number 2. The Rams, for me, would be 3. I do think Dallas belongs in the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else might be in that conversation if I keep them and that Pittsburgh group out. I would take
John Elway, Terrell Davis, and Ron Smith.
Okay, that's there you go. You've answered it. I don't even think that's the best Pittsburgh combo.
Franco.
I think Bradshaw, Swan, and/or Stallworth and Franco are better than those guys.
Shoot.
How about that?
You can go Jerome Bettis.
Well, he was with Roethlisberger.
Other ones too, but the other ones weren't as good as Roethlisberger. So you're absolutely correct. The problem is you can get a quarterback and a running back, or a quarterback and receiver, but it's hard to find both. Because I'm looking at all right, Randy Moss, who'd you play with? I'm like, it was Randy and Tom. It's like, am I gonna have Kevin Falk on there? It's like
that's a tough sell.
It really is. Who's some other great quarterbacks? Like who?
Well, so immediately I think Patrick Mahomes.
Right, need no running back.
And where's the running back there? Quite honestly,
Kareem Hunt.
Right, that's not going to work. Okay.
The Dolphins back in the day.
Well, I immediately if you're going to go Greasy and Mercury Morris or Jim Kick or Larry Zonka, are you going to go Paul Warfield? Or do you think of Paul Warfield among the greatest receivers of all time? That's a tough one for me.
Yeah. No.
Then there are certain teams. I went with the Raiders, and I thought, okay, Kenny Stabler, Cliff Branch, or Fred Biletnikoff. I'm running out of space there. It's not one of the all-time greats. Now, if you went Miami and you went Marino,
that's what I was thinking. Mercury Morris,
Clayton, and Mercury Morris is before him. Tony Nathan, who was Calvin Johnson's father-in-law, by the way. But anyway, so if you went Tony Nathan as a running back, with all due respect, is he in the same realm of some of these guys? Clayton and Duper, who basically go hand in hand because they were unbelievable. They were great, but were they this great? I don't know.
It's tough. I would have to look at the list and see what the running backs were and kind of move outward that way. I know a lot of guys in the chat probably got like, what about Goff? Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameer Gibbs. But we got to find something. I'm going to bring you something tomorrow. Like I'm going to do some homework, and I'm going to come in with my top 5.
Can I just ask one more thing?
Yeah.
Don't look at me like I'm a slappy. I'm just asking the question, all right? Is that all right, by
respect?
Not that they're a top 5, but when Stafford and Cooper Kupp were together
Who was the running back, though?
And the running back was...
Because it wasn't Kyron.
It wasn't Kyron Williams?
No.
Who was their running back? That's going to bother me. I thought it was Kyron Williams. It's not, huh?
I don't think it was Kyron Williams.
It wasn't Gurley. No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Man, could be off, but...
I thought it was Kyron Williams.
Yeah, this is...
That doesn't belong either. Even though Kupp was a Triple Crown winner and Stafford was really good that year. Yeah.
What was his name? You have to have a wide receiver. I was going to say, you can go Phillip Rivers, LaDainian Tomlinson.
And Antonio Gates.
That's what I was going to say. If you can't do Antonio Gates, I mean, Vincent Jackson got 12,000 career yards.
Yeah,
Vincent Jackson was nice.
You said Tomlinson? Well, Matt Broder said Sanchez, Tomlinson, and Edwards.
I appreciate you.
Hey.
I appreciate
Go
you.
Blue Love.
I appreciate you for sure. That's crazy. Like, I was trying to put Tom Brady on it. You can't. Like, because that running back position, unless you LeGarrette Blount, but then you don't have a receiver. Because LeGarrette and Randy didn't play together.
You can't really go Green Bay with Rodgers and Favre either.
Yeah, because Favre, who was the running back for Favre? Was it Edgar Bennett?
Was it Levens?
It was Edgar Bennett and then Dorsey Levens.
Dorsey Levens, yeah. That's a tough. You're not selling people on that.
Yeah, like you got Ryan. Who was the running back from Green Bay? He played at Notre Dame. Like he didn't even get drafted, but he was Aaron Rodgers' running back. The only Ryan Grant.
Yeah, Ryan Grant.
He wasn't even that good, but he was good there.
And then with the old Washington Redskins, and if you're going, John Riggins and Joe Theismann,
Art Monk.
Maybe Art Monk. Yeah, that's a possibility. The Raiders with Marcus Allen. Yeah, I was going to say Raiders with Marcus Allen, but
no wide receiver.
Who's the quarterback? Rich Gannon.
Rich Gannon. Yeah, but
he was an MVP, but
that was a good one. Charlie Garner, Rich Gannon, and Jerry Rice. I'm not.
Jerry Rice at the end of it. Anyway, you think immediately you should be able to come up with a lot of them. My point to the whole project here is that there's not that many when you think about it. When you try to get three. And it goes back to why I think Aikman, Smith, and Irvin actually belong in there. I can't replace them.
And I will tell you this: looking at this list, if we're going from how good each player was individually and ranking the 5 running backs, ranking the 5 receivers, ranking the 5 quarterbacks, the Colts are number 1. Because Edgerrin James is better than every running back on that list. Well, mine is. Not. I don't know. I might take him over
Emmitt Smith. Okay.
I might take Edgerrin over Emmitt.
Can I give you one more? And this is just from me as a kid.
You gonna say AJ Brown, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts?
Close. I'm gonna say Fran Tarkenton,
I took it back.
Chuck Foreman, and Sammy White or Ahmad Rashad.
Shoot, what about last year?
If you want, I'd take Sammy White over Ahmad Rashad. More people know Ahmad Rashad as a TV guy than a wide receiver. Sammy White was better than him.
How good do you think Kyron Williams is?
I think he's a top 15 back. I think he's a top 10 back. Do you?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you got Matt Stafford and pick one of the wide receivers, and then Kyron Williams. I mean, they could compete with somebody up there.
Well, you love Puka Nacua.
I do.
So, and rightfully so. And
Puka Nacua is he's starting to get interesting. Like I want to see where he gets to this season, and the reason why I say that is because you start to see more and more and more off-season things with Puka Nacua, and like things that are like not having to do anything with football.
Was he the same? He was the same draft as JSN, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got more rocks. He's got more yards. He's got one fewer touchdown. He's higher in average yards per reception, and he's got fewer drops. And the reason I saw this and wanted to bring it up is because of what you said yesterday. And you said what he did, watch out when they're ready to sign him. You get Stafford off the books, and the money goes there.
1,000%.
Right.
And for anybody that was looking at this, that was going to be my conversation. I was like, yeah, he played with Geno Smith. He played with Stafford. That's why the numbers are skewed.
Yeah.
But to that point.
And more of a passing offense than Seattle, for sure.
This joker's going to get broke off.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, you said he played with Geno Smith. He played with Sam Darnold last year. Sorry. All right.
See, we don't just joke on Jared Goff. Everybody can get it.
Quick timeout.
Yeah, I was going to ask real quick, just one.
Yeah.
Where would you guys, or do you think the 2009 Saints have any claim? Drew Brees, Reggie Bush, and I don't know if you go with
I know his name, number
Colston
12,
or Shockey.
No, it'd be Colston. Marcus Colston.
Marcus Colston.
He's the all-time leading receiver in
That's a really good one. Did somebody put that in the chat, or is that you?
I was thinking that those old teams, those old Saints teams with Breeze, I just thought that some of their offenses were top tier.
Yeah.
I think that they're one of the more underrated kind of offensive juggernauts. I don't know if their reign was long and they didn't win like a whole lot of Super Bowls, but they got that one, and it was behind the offensive explosion that year.
I love this one in the chat. These people are on fire, so I absolutely love it.
Yeah, they're dialed in.
They are dialed in. I love this. McNabb, Owens, and Westbrook.
That's a good one.
That's a pretty damn good one.
Goodness.
This one touches my heart a little bit. Fouts, Chuck Muncie, and Charlie Joyner. Dan Fouts was unbelievable. Chuck Muncie had the old face mask. If you look at it, go back and look. He played for the Saints, and he played for the Chargers. And Charlie Joyner was a very good receiver. I'm sure Braylon knows about that because your dad. Very good receiver. Just doesn't get as much love as so many of the others. But I would take him in a second on my team for sure. This is good stuff, man. Thank you for this, guys.
I'm coming in with 10 tomorrow. I'm dialed in. 100%, because you got me in a spot where I'm very intrigued to this category, this conversation, and I think there's a lot that I'm missing right now. Like when you try to think on the fly of 100 years of football, like it's cramming in here. Yeah. When I can take some time to think about it and write it out,
it's gonna be hard to come up with 10, man. I'm telling you.
You see how I came up with that Buffalo Bills one?
No, it's an excellent one.
Those are 3 Hall of Famers too, by the way.
For sure.
So, like,
but you came up with the New England one, and somebody else put that in the chat, and you're right. It's hard to – you can't convince me with Kevin Falk.
No.
I mean, so that's the hard thing about it.
Yeah. Nitty Gritty has a good one too.
We want to hear – Nitty Gritty's in studio.
See, I told you. If you give me some time,
okay,
it comes a little bit faster. Steve Young, Ricky Waters, and Jerry Rice.
Yeah, you got Rice in there twice. You can't do that. I'm just kidding.
It's a different iteration.
Nitty Gritty, you are with us.
See?
It's great to have you, man. Thank you for being here, because Nitty Gritty is going to go to the LCA tonight for the first time ever, and he's in on the studio. We're going to get his thoughts on it after this. Dr. Pierce and buddies. Then Nitty Gritty joins us here in studio. We've got more shout-outs. Yeah, we've got more from the chat and super chats. You guys are on fire. It's well done. We're back after this from Dr. Pierce.
That first
Dr. Pierce, attention sports fans, don't miss expert sports injury insights from Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. You know what time it is when he comes on the show or when he comes on Big D Energy. He gives you all the injury insights, lets you know the who, the why, and what, and how long is it going to be.
Special sauce.
That's what we care about, the special sauce and how long it's going to take to kick in. 248-426-9944. Scan the QR code above my head. We will see Doc this Thursday. Also, trust the guy we trust. They can diagnose anything over there at Michigan Sports and Spine. Get you back. I'm telling you, golf season is around the corner. You want to be right. You want the back to feel good. You want the hips to work. Make sure you get those diagnoses.
Friday, April 3rd, Tigers opening day, unofficial holiday. Broder and I are going to be at Buddy's downtown, super fired up for the live watch party. Get a slice of the best pizza you can possibly get. Grab a cold drink with Broder and I, and let's talk a little baseball. That'll be a lot of fun. Broder played in college. He knows more than I do, but I'm really excited to work with him. Friday, April 3rd, Detroit baseball is back. Celebrate with us. Woodward Sports and Buddies, the best there is.
I hate to tell you, energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut-rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Woodward's and Shep, Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
So, Bye.
Michigan Sports.
You know what time it is?
Hall of Fame,
gotta recognize. Hey, look, man.
Ooh, you got some goodies over here, huh?
Look, I put that work in on the field. You know what time it is, but that's besides the point. This is about family. This is about the city. This is about my team, and my team includes Woodward Sports. Oh, my God. I got my boy Brandon Dent in the building. KG over there, man.
Sir.
Same show. This is just a blessing to be here, man. Blessing to be with my fam. Yo, Woodward Sports, you never know what the F is going on, but it's always going to be good, though. Tell you. Let's go.
Straight from the divine. Cold rush from my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill Sub-Zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill Sub-Zero.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Oh,
Promo.
No. Stop it.
I'm just messing with you, man. But you know what? I'm not messing with you when I say Black Rock Bar and Grill has nothing but top rock experience for you. Come on down. The experience is real. Also, the food is real. Today is Tuesday. It's Tasty Tuesdays, man. Why don't you come on down for the Tasty Tuesday special, which is $13.99. They have everything that fits into your price point. 1,000%. Half pound of ribs, coconut shrimp, and fries. And then Thursday, Sizzling Thursdays, you get 6-ounce sirloin, shrimp, scampi, super salad of your choice, and you still get a side on top of that for $19.99. I can't tell you enough. This is the place to be, home of the steak on the stone. So visit us today.
Great deal at Lady Jane's as well. It's really easy. It's clean. It's simple. It's nice. It's enjoyable. You can watch sports while you're getting your hair cut. It's Lady Jane's. Walk in, sign in. Next thing you know, you are looking good going out the door. There are 28 locations throughout this great state. Open 7 days a week. Lady Jane's is wicked awesome. Real quick, we're bringing Nitty Gritty. He's with us. Thanks for being with us, man. Appreciate it.
Shout out.
Going to the Wings game tonight, so I'm excited for you for that. We were just talking about, that whole greatest of all time thing. I had mentioned 32-month span Jordan, 3 rings, 3 scoring titles, 2 MVPs, 3 finals MVPs, first team all defense 3 times, didn't miss a game. Don't tell me it was different. Anyway, nitty gritty, you're excited to go tonight. How much fun, how much have you planned for this Wings Ottawa Senators game?
It kind of came together at the last minute. Kind of celebrating my birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Bringing in coffee on your birthday.
4-3, no one cares.
Happy birthday.
You be 43?
Yeah.
Oh, you're 83, baby.
Yep.
I turned 43 last month.
Shout out. That's awesome.
You feel me? It's the next iteration. You're Aries, correct?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Pisces, you know. A little fire, a little water.
Love that.
Well,
we're glad you're here, man. Really glad you're here.
Yeah, it's always a blast to stop by. You know, you guys get me through work days and
thank you.
Keep me informed on what's going on in Detroit. I can't afford to just pay for all the subscriptions, so I don't get to watch many of the games.
Well, this is the right place to do it, man. From Sean in the morning to Big D Energy in early afternoon to us, and then the heavyweights later on today. I want to ask you guys a quick question. Blue Bloods. We hear it all the time in the NCAA tournament, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. List of men's college basketball teams with at least 6 national title appearances. You ready?
Yep.
Kentucky 17. Are they a blue blood?
Yeah, they're the original blue blood.
Right.
Yeah, OG Adolph Rupp.
Yes. Thank you. Well done. Nitty Gritty, you would agree with that? Kentucky blue blood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
UCLA, 16 national title appearances.
Thank you, John Wooden.
Amen. Thank you, Lou Alcindor and Bill Walton. Blue blood?
Yes.
Nitty Gritty?
I'm sorry, I missed the team.
UCLA, 16.
UCLA, yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Ookla. I would agree. North Carolina, 12 national title appearances.
Yes.
Everybody would agree that's a blue blood. Duke, 11. Everybody would agree that's a blue blood.
They didn't start off that way. Coach K created
Correct.
the blue blood mind. So 1,000%. Yeah, they are.
Kansas.
Yes.
Roy Williams, Bill Self. Yeah. 10 national title appearances.
Will Chamberlain.
Here's where it might get a little interesting. National title appearances, Indiana 8. Blue blood or no?
If you want to say yes, I think yes. If you want to say no, I can understand why you would say that. I think, with Bob Knight created, and they were the best team in the Big Ten till Magic for a year, and then they went back to being the best team.
3 national championships.
Yeah, like Bobby Knight. Like, you can't say college basketball without Bobby Knight. So.
It's hard not to. I agree with you.
If you told me no, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'm going to say yes.
Okay. You're nitty gritty? Yes or no? Indiana, 8 national title appearances.
I don't know much about Indiana, and I kind of forgot about them.
Wow. Well, then I would say that's not
running through all
that,
those stats. I would say they're, like Braylon said, yes or no, and can't be mad at either.
Okay. Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to
Cam?
say yeah.
I feel like they were a blue blood.
Okay. So that's a past tense verb. You're saying used to be.
So
this will be the interesting answer after the next 3.
That's the tough part of this conversation.
I know.
After the 4 that you said, those are blue bloods. Like Kentucky is a blue blood. Yeah. UCLA is a blue blood. Kansas is a blue blood. UNC is a blue blood. What Duke created is a blue blood. After that, it becomes a game of what have you done for me lately?
Exactly.
Like that's really what it is.
Until I get to this team.
Okay.
All right. Michigan State, 6 national title appearances. 2 national championships, only 1 less than Indiana. In the NCAA tournament 28 times in a row.
I can't call them a blue blood, and the only reason it has nothing to do with my allegiance to U of M. It's because when Bobby Knight has 3 wins. Like, and when we talked about Duke, we said Duke created, correct? All right, cool. Michigan State and Tom Izzo created something, but he didn't create 6 wins. Yeah, he didn't create countless appearances in the Final Four year after year after year. Like, he didn't create, like, they are a damn good basketball team. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time, but they're not blue bloods.
Fair enough.
For them to shoot, Jay Wright has more national championships than Tom Izzo, unfortunately. Shoot, Billy Donovan, unfortunately, with Florida. So I think they were on their way, and now they're just a damn good program, and they're about as close to a blue blood without being a blue blood as you can be.
How about Michigan?
No.
would it surprise you to know that they've made 6 national title appearances, the same as MSU? Okay.
No, they're not.
Okay. And 1 fewer championship. That's all.
They've done more than Michigan State in basketball in the last 8 years. Like, realistically, we got more Sweet 16 appearances. We got more Final Four appearances. We got more national championship game appearances. You know, I had to throw all that in there. But, no, I wouldn't.
Okay. Louisville.
No.
Okay. UConn.
That's another team that did what Duke did, essentially. I think they turned themselves into, with Jim Calhoun, they disappeared for a while, and then in the last 12 years,
I think they are.
I agree.
They've only made 5 appearances.
They won them all.
Right. They're 5-0.
Yeah.
All time.
And they did it with, and you know what? Why they are is because they did it with 3 different coaches.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, you're seeing continued success over the. You're like, it don't matter who's coaching. Like,
although
this
most people forget Kevin Ollie. Yeah.
True. But I'll never forget Kevin Ollie because I'll never forget Shabazz Napier after the game. They win a national championship, and the first thing he's talking about, we ain't got no money, we're broke. Like, NIL needs to be a real thing. So shout out to those guys. But yeah, they got 3 different guys to win it. So yes, it's a continued tradition.
The interesting thing too here is that obviously Duke is still alive.
Yeah.
Obviously Michigan is still alive. Michigan State's still alive, and UConn's still alive.
Yeah.
And North Carolina isn't, and apparently neither is Hubert Davis.
Can you fire Hubert? Did he get fired?
That's what I've heard. It hasn't been made official, but that's what I hear.
I don't like firing. I don't like firing people.
I don't either.
That's not my thing to say you should fire, but he should be fired. Like, because there's no way that you have this UNC program and you lose it in the first round to VCU. Like, I understand it, but no. Like, it's kind of the thing where, like, oh, you got to have a guy that's a UNC guy, or you got to have a guy that's a Michigan guy, or you got to have a guy. No, you do not. You got to have the best, the best guy for the gig. And right now in Durham, it's not Hubert Davis.
He's the North Carolina guy. I hate to tell people this, but some of the best coaches of all time in all kinds of different sports were not those blank guys. Nick Saban was not an Alabama guy. Mike Krzyzewski went to Army, for crying out loud, okay? He was not a Duke guy. Bo Schembechler was not a Michigan guy.
Who did Coach K play for?
Bobby Knight.
There it is.
At Army. All right. The MVP in the NBA is a very touchy subject, especially in this area, because we feel Cade Cunningham deserves it, even though Detroit is 8-2 without him. But he's not going to get there because of the injuries, all right? So he's probably going to play only 61 games. Example, they were talking about this earlier this year, so it's not just Cade Cunningham, so I get it.
First time they mentioned Cade Cunningham all year.
Yeah, but Victor Wembanyama is a guy who is high on people's list, and rightfully so. Recently, Victor Wembanyama, and it seems like he's done this more than once, maybe he's just answering questions, but listen to what Victor Wembanyama had to say when somebody asked him about the MVP. San Antonio, big win last night. He was a big part of it, of course, as he always is. They're one of the best teams in the entire league, but Victor Wembanyama on the MVP of the NBA and why he belongs in the conversation. Kool-Aid, you got that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's hear it.
Want to repeat the argument that we just had about why you feel like you should be MVP?
I mean, there's many reasons, but as I said, I think right now it is still reasonable that there is a debate. But as I said, I want to make sure, my goal is to make sure that there's no debate anymore at the end of the season. But so
what are your merits? What would you say are your what are your 3 campaign speech items?
3 arguments?
Yeah.
My first one would be that defense is 50% of the game, and that it is undervalued so far in the MVP race. Because I believe I'm the most impactful player defensively in the league. Second argument would be that we almost swept OKC in the season, and we dominated them 3 times with their real team and 4 times with more rotation players. And my third argument would be that offense impact is not just points.
Let's go.
So it's not
Shout
just,
out to Wemby.
So it's not just he's answering a question that the reporter asked, which is fine. The reporter is guiding him there, which is fine too.
It's almost like they worked together before the interview.
It's almost as if. You know what I'd love to hear?
So
you know
what
what?
are your three?
Here's what I'd love to hear. You know what? I'm going to let my teammates, other people, and coaches talk about that. I think my game speaks for itself, but I'll let other people. Next question. Why do you have to go through a flippin' resume if you're Victor Wembanyama, or why, as a reporter, do you feel like he's got to give that in front of everybody?
Because he's 21 years old, and this is the society we live in. The society we live in, like ever since he's been 13, 14 years old in Paris, France, or Paris, France. Like when you look at the American sport of basketball, when you look at what they do in the NBA, what the conversation is, it's always about the MVP. It's always about self-promoting. It's always about, look at me, this is what I can do, this is what it is. This is the world we live in. This is the NBA we live in. So when you get asked this question consistently, when everybody's shoving microphones in your face or shoving tape recorders in your face and answer me this and answer me that, and you see what people are saying online, like he has brought himself into this space and wanting to be the best player in the world. And to do that, you got to be the best player in the NBA. So he's brought that attitude over here. Every time he talks, he's talking about what his team is doing, what he wants to do. You see the competitiveness. He was pissed in the All-Star game, USA versus the world. He was mad when they lost the first game. He is the ultimate competitor, and he's bringing that foreign energy. When they come over here, they want to become the best player in the world, and they understand that stage is through the NBA. So him talking and him asking, that's what happens. They ask these questions, you answer them trying to be nice. Also, he's probably polite. Like, he don't want to, no, next question. He doesn't understand how to do that. Watch Giannis Antetokounmpo when he first got into the NBA versus after he got in about 8, 9, 10. He's a different person.
Yeah.
He's a whole different person. That's because you start to adapt the ways of the Western world.
Kool-Aid, what's your take on that with Wembanyama?
I like a lot of what he said, and I like the fact that he is honestly bringing a focus to defense, because I think that's where you actually start to help guys like Cade Cunningham, who I believe are really, really good two-way players, have that effect. Being from Detroit, where defense has been one of the calling cards of a lot of our winners, that's why I absolutely love that he's shining that spotlight on there. But I feel like he's taking some shots at OKC. I kind of like that part of the game, too, where we came through the era of, like, the superstars teaming up, and now I feel like we're going to go through an era where guys actually want to get back to beating each other. And I think that's what I probably appreciate the most about Wemby.
What I also like about that is what you said, and just adding into the conversation. What the number one player in the league values is what the rest of the league values. It's what the people see. It's what you're trying to chase. So when, because it ain't about if, when the NBA dons Wemby the MVP, whether it's this season, which I do not think it will be, and even though he's done amazing to his point, to his conversation, I think all those facts are very valid. He's nowhere near the best version of himself. Yeah. So if you give Wemby the MVP this year, you better get ready to give it to him for the next 4 years. Yeah, because he's going to be a better player next year, better player the year after that. But if he's valuing defense, if you're giving him the trophy and he's telling you, look, I had to play defense. It's half the game. This is what you got to do. So now you're starting to pick winners based on guys playing like that.
We should actually embrace what he's saying. Because we want complete players.
Because now, you know if you're Luka, I can't go out there and average 45 and win MVP. I got to play defense. Now if I'm SG,
thank you. So both of you changed my mind, because originally I'm like, stop patting yourself on the damn back. All right, can we just let other people? And now you're telling me, wait, he's making defense sexy. Okay, he's saying, you know what? And that was his first answer. Give me your three-prong. I mean, what Here's the horse. Here's the water. But what does he say? First thing is he talks about defense. Yeah. So I do like that. That's a great point. So Nitty Gritty's going to the game tonight. The Wings against the Sens. The Wings are a point back of the final playoff spot of the Islanders. The Islanders play tonight against Chicago. That should be a win for them. The winner last night of Ottawa, 2-1 against the Rangers, that seemed to be just giving up. And Ottawa is 1 point back of Detroit. So looking forward to that. This is a big game. Game time decision. Let's hope Nitty Gritty watches Dylan Larkin skate on the first line. Okay?
I'm hoping so.
It's going to be fantastic. If there's one area you would tell Nitty Gritty to go to at Little Caesars Arena, being that he's never been there for a sporting event, Braylon goes just about every single night. Where would you say to go visit?
don't know about that. Where's your access level? Where's the access level? No, I would say, walk around the concourse, man. The concourse has a unique feel to it. It's a very Detroit vibe. It's dope. Take some pictures with some statues. Kind of enjoy some of the memorabilia they have out there. I love the popcorn. I think the popcorn is very amazing. Popcorn stand. Food, this is Detroit food. This is Detroit brand. So, whatever you get.
Look at the manhole covers. When you're walking around.
That's cool.
I'm sure you've already done that, but it's an ode to various Pistons and Red Wings of the past, which I think is pretty dope. It's
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. We'll see. I hope Dylan Larkin plays. By the way, the difference between Detroit's leading scorer, Alex DeBrincat, and Lucas Raymond is 5 points. We were talking about MVPs a moment ago. Nikita Kucherov, who plays for Tampa and doesn't get nearly enough love, he has 47 points more, and they're a really good hockey team. He's got 47 points more than the second leading scorer on their team. Macklin Celebrini, unbelievable player right in San Jose. He's not going to win it because he's a rookie. 51 points more than the second leading scorer on their team. Nathan McKinnon, who leads all of hockey, 28 points more. Just to put it in perspective, when you watch the Wings tonight, they definitely need it. All right?
Good. Who, if you just quick synopsis, who do you think is in the finals right now for the Stanley Cup, man? Who do you have taking it just right now?
I would say Colorado and Tampa.
Yeah,
that would be my guess.
That's where I was at with it. So when you mentioned Nikita Kucherov and then you double back with McKinnon, I was like, that's where I was at with it. So.
Yeah, Colorado, they're incredible, man. 102 points. Buffalo's played as well as any team down the stretch. It's incredible. They've got 44 wins, which is second to Carolina in the East, and they're gone unbeaten in 9 of their last 10. They've been unreal. So kudos to them as well.
They don't have really a good crowd base.
They are now.
So it picked up because it's not much to do in Buffalo. So I
was going to say, here's the 3 things they've got. They've got the Bills. They've got the Sabres. And they've got an indoor lacrosse team that everybody loves to watch. So that draws pretty well.
And they're close to Toronto.
Yeah, and they're close to Toronto. We're out of here. Closing up, it will be the heavyweights at 5 o'clock. Don't forget them.
You can't tell us about Supreme Linen real quick.
Oh, my gosh. My fault. All
right.
No wonder you give me the stink eye.
Get out. Stay out.
I got you, Kool-Aid. Buying a home or refinancing is a big decision, and just like in sports, you need the right team behind you. That's why we're proud to welcome Supreme Lending to the Woodward Sports family. As a full-service lender, they boast a 99% close-on time rate and a 97% customer satisfaction score. But here is the fudging game changer. When you apply for an eligible loan, mention Woodward Sports, and you'll receive up to $500 off your appraisal. Score this deal. Call the numbers on your screen and talk to Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending today.
Let's go.
I saw they were talking about speed before we get out of here, man. We're going to bring this in. Devin Achan was getting interviewed on Amon-Ra's podcast, man, like the St. Brown Brothers podcast.
Yeah.
It was an interesting conversation. Said who will win, who's faster between him and Jameer. He's like, he didn't even waste any time. He said, oh, me. He said, what you can be Jameer? You can be Jameer? He's like, yeah. He said, depends on how long the race is. I pick up speed with time, etc. We'll get into that tomorrow. But
they're going to get paid.
For all of you guys thinking that the answer Jameer gives, you're absolutely insane. Like, Devin Achan was a 10.02 100 runner in college. Like, that type of speed, the only individual in the league that can come close to that speed is a healthy Tariq who was 10.19. Wow. And Devin Achan was 10.0. So there's levels to the speed game.
That is flying.
Now, quickness, ain't nobody in the league quicker than Jameer Gibbs in terms of stop and start and all the things he do to the side. But speed, like 10.02.
It's a good conversation tomorrow, especially with who's the most complete back, who's got speed, who's got quickness. We'll get into all that tomorrow here on the Braylon Edwards Show. Nitty gritty, have fun tonight, man, and thanks for being with us.
Shout out, boy.
Let's go Red Wings.
Yeah, that a baby. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, the chat family,
and
shout
we'll
out
talk about the Wings a little bit tomorrow. All right. Don't forget the heavyweights later on today.
Let's go.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone. For Braylon up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Show with Shep. Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.